Test, test, test. Check, check, check.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Park Fire Community Briefing for Monday, August 5th, 2024. First, I would like to give you the most up-to-date acreage and containment numbers. We are currently at 402,042 acres and 34% containment, and we currently have 6,618 personnel assigned to this fire. Next, you will be hearing an operational update on current fire suppression efforts.
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Brunton. I'm the Operations Section Chief for the Park incident. I'll give you an update of the past 24 hours on the incident, where we've been, our successes, and some of our challenges. So starting on the left-hand side of the fire, the western part of the fire, it's looking really good. We have a lot of direct line within there, mop up, patrol, especially areas we've been doing it for the past week in essence. And that's also rolled into what we call our suppression repair activities, to a more natural state. Fire, there is a couple areas of pockets heavy there and supporting them. So that is still an area of concern and an area that we are watching closely, and we are doing direct action, taking direct action on that. Around the top of the fire is looking really good. As we get down to the right shoulder of the fire, and we call our branch 15 and our branch 18, that's the Mill Creek drainage. That is the last major concern for us. That is a number of miles long, probably 8 miles plus long. We've been taking a lot of actions along the rim of that as far as putting in control lines, secondary and tertiary lines. We've been able to go direct on that fire just due to the topography, the fuel types and such. So that is effective, efficient for us to put control lines, and is safe for our firefighters to enter into, put those lines in. From that, we are plan to look at doing some controlled firing operations within that area. And those operations would be a low intensity burn. But with the weather conditions as we're seeing, the heavy fuel loading and all those kind of challenges, it is a very complex operation and complex plan. So we are still in the planning process of it. We feel comfortable that once we get that together, we should have success. However, this afternoon at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we started seeing a significant increase in the fire behavior. For anybody that is currently looking outside at the fire now, there is a very large pyrocumulus plume. Like I said, the fuels are very heavy in there, very steep terrain, and it lends itself to this kind of fire behavior. So we are seeing a significant amount of fire behavior within that drainage. At this point, the fire is still within our control lines, our primary and our alternate control lines. So we are surging resources as for our plan that we've had throughout the entire incident to assist those that are already assigned within that area to help combat that fire. We are also flying numerous aircraft, both rotor and fixed wing. Within that, we have an air attack officer that is overseeing that plan with all the aircraft currently. And the issue is ongoing, and it is developing as we speak. So we are surging resources, and we do have that as part of our plan, and expected that with this kind of dry, warm weather that we are experiencing and we will experience over the next couple days. Moving on past the Mill Creek drainage area, then we are going down Highway 32 in the right side of the fire. We've been seeing a lot of good efforts there with mop-up patrol, getting a little deeper with our mop-up efforts, and that's looking rather good. The communities of Butte Meadows, Forest Ranch, and Cohasset are all areas that have been repopulated. We've had resources in there doing a lot of extensive mop-up over the past week, and with a lot of good success, but there is a lot of work still to do there. A lot of calls for service with people that are repopulated and able to see various smokes. So we are reacting to that and taking care of their needs to try to get that buttoned up and eliminated and move on. As we move to the bottom part of the fire, that has been in a patrol and mop-up status for a number of days, and that's looking rather good. So we're starting to do a fire suppression repair in those areas. Along the very top of the fire in our Shasta zone, they've completed all of their contingency lines, and now they are moving from a contingency mode to a suppression repair mode. So taking those lines and doing whatever repairs necessary to get those back to some sort of normalcy, but still be effective lines if we should have a need to use them. The Tehama zone, or their contingency, is in the same mode. They're finishing up the last bit that they are needing, and then they'll roll into a suppression repair mode to fix those lines as needed. And in the Butte contingency, very similar situation, completing their line construction and starting to go into a suppression repair mode. With our resources, we do have a significant amount of resources, over 6,000 personnel assigned to this incident. It is ongoing, and we have our resources we've been using from our out-of-state, those resources coming from the states of Texas, Utah, North Dakota, Arizona, and Nevada. They've been a very good, huge boost for us and very helpful. We also have our National Guard hand crews that have joined us this past week. They've got a couple of days out on the line that we've been utilizing. We're going to receive another force package of hand crews, over 100 personnel that'll be joining us about Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we'll be placing them on the line in the Tehama zone. We have over 40 helicopters, rotary aircraft that we're utilizing out of 2 helibases, and we are flying those and utilizing those as much as we can based on the conditions warrant. And currently our conditions for them to be able to fly are very much better. So we are flying them extensively, and with our latest increase in the fire activity, we are flying them quite a bit this afternoon, and I would anticipate into the evening hours. We also have our night flying helicopters that we are flying in the evening and utilizing that asset to our advantage. Fixed wing aircraft, as I've mentioned earlier, we're also utilizing extensively to achieve our objectives for the mission.
Thank you, Chief Brunton. We will now provide you with updates by the CAL FIRE Tehama Glen Unit and County Fire Chief, the Tehama County Sheriff, and our Incident Commander.
Good afternoon, Monty Smith, CAL FIRE Tehama Glen Unit Chief and County Fire Chief. As you've heard the operational update, we are gaining containment every day due to the efforts of all of our firefighters. In the valley, the crews are mopping up and returning the areas to normalcy as soon as possible. In the Inskip area, we continue to mop up and reinforce the lines. The brush on Inskip is very dense and approximately 15 to 20 feet tall, and that work takes time to ensure it's made safe. As you've heard, we have a critical area of fire that is challenging in extremely rough terrain in the Mill Creek drainage. With the gains that we have had and the work of all the partner agencies and cooperators, we continue to repopulate communities and areas of the fire in Tehama County as they are made safe. We take getting people home very seriously and are working hard to get the remaining citizens home as soon and safe as possible. Defensible space has played a crucial role in wildfire safety. I encourage all of you to go to the website readyforwildfire.org and gain valuable information on planning before and those returning home after a wildfire. I want to thank all the volunteers that have helped our citizens during our time of need, which include our Tehama County firefighters, Tehama County Sheriff's Search and Rescue, those staffing the local evacuation center, and animal shelters. I also want to thank all the citizens of Tama County for their support for each other. This incident has shown once again that we are a strong and resilient community. Thank you.
Afternoon. Dave Kane, Tama County Sheriff. I want to start by saying that for those of you that have not been able to get information or feel that you're not getting information readily available, it's available through CAL FIRE's website. It's also being broadcast through our social media partners with CAL FIRE, the Tama County Sheriff's Office, and many of our other groups that we have locally. You can also contact our Sheriff's Office, look at our website, and call 211 to get real up-to-date information on what's going on with these fires. I want to give you some positive information again, a couple days here in a row. As Chief Smith had indicated, there have been some significant firefighting efforts made, and as part of that, and trying to get working in conjunction with CAL FIRE and trying to get people home, we were able to lower some of our orders to warnings. Those areas which are readily available for you to check on the Genesis program is 446C, 448B, 476, 472, and 468. These areas that have been reduced from evacuation order to a warning are on the Highway 36 corridor, immediately adjacent to the Paynes Creek and Sky Ranch areas, as well as Paynes Creek proper. We will be continuing to man a road closure at Plum Creek Road at the elementary school in the city of, or in the town of Paynes Creek, as there's still work that needs to be done in that area. But as you can see, as things are progressing day to day, we are closer than we've ever been to being able to get people home, and we'll continue to do so. As a result of this, it will move our road closure from Highway 36 to at Paynes Creek or Meadowbrook Ranch to the area of Little Giant Mill Road, allowing access all the way up 36 to the Ponderosa Sky Ranch. As I advise you this, I really do have to caution the public. Many of these roads are small, they're tight, fire apparatus is still working in the area, and primarily, please be cautious and cognizant that Caltrans is working a significant area still of damage along Highway 36. So use due caution as you're proceeding into the area, and use good driving techniques, or we might have to address the issue with you. Also, in closing up for us, we are preparing for the recovery efforts as we continue to move forward with this fire. Our Sheriff's Office is sponsoring a local assistance center at the community center on August 15th, 16th, and 17th. That'll be from 9 in the morning to 5 in the evening. Again, the 15th, 16th, and 17th at the community center in Red Bluff between 9 and 5, where we will have local departments, PG&E, Department of Motor Vehicle, Franchise Tax Board, and other local community-based organizations present to help you gather and get the things that you need after this incident. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact the Sheriff's Office for any additional information. And as Chief Smith said, day by day, we're constantly looking at the opportunities to get people home and back into their residences as we have over the last few days. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dusty Martin. I'm one of the Unified Incident Commanders for the Park incident. So you've heard previously from my partners that have spoken before, we have an updated acreage of 402,042 acres. For the last 24 hours, we only saw approximately a 500 acre growth in this fire. But as you can tell of today, we had a change in our weather. The temperatures are going up, our humidities are going down, and we do have a little bit of wind, which is producing a change in the fire behavior out there today. As Sheriff talked about the repopulation, and we've been able to get some folks in their homes, I ask each and every one of you to stay vigilant. We still have evacuation warnings in place as this fire is still making a hard push to that east side. It is our number one priority to restore some normalcy to this these communities and Tehama County. However, we have to make sure that it is safe to do so. On this fire, as you heard from Chief Brunton in the operational update, we have a multi-phased approach that is going on. The fire is over 400,000 acres, which is equal to about 625 square miles, larger than most cities in the state of California. With that, we have some areas that we've been mopping up and patrolling, and that's where we've been able to get the communities back into. And we are going to continue the suppression on all the fire lines that are out there, making repairs as needed. At the same time, we are having an aggressive firefight up in the Mill Creek drainage there. So as we go through this, you'll still see equipment on the west side, down at the south end of this incident, and then on the east side coming up towards that Mill Creek drainage, as we are still mopping up the hot spots. We're repairing our fire lines that went in, along with still working to gain containment up there on that northeast side. So we continue to ask you to reach out to and look at the websites for up-to-date, accurate information. Sheriff has talked about looking at the sheriff's website. We can look at fire.ca.gov, continue to look at the social media sites as we push information out. Be ready if the conditions change to evacuate if you're called upon. If you're in a warning area, please be ready to evacuate if the sheriff's department comes in. Have your belongings ready. And for the folks that are coming in, please go to the local assistance center coming up here on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And as a group, we are here to support you and help you. Have a great evening.
We thank our presenters today. This will conclude today's presentation. For additional incident information, please visit fire.ca.gov. Again, fire.ca.gov. Thank you.